has a favorite at T-Mobile Park, 7 open code. With your action update, Mike's at AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, you only pay for what you need. Remo and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick.
Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these small business specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and blocks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time.
Hour number 2 coming up.
Your team can stay secure from anywhere.
Appreciate everyone keeping us locked in.
At 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business.
Yeah, the Harden conversation is absolutely crazy and bizarre, is it not, with the max contract and then the issues with Doc?
Together with Dr. Druzy, we've established North Jersey's premier nutritional health care program, incorporating super nutrition IV infusions, weight loss, chiropractic, and rehabilitation for an effective, safe, natural health solution, painlessly without drugs and surgery. Now we've opened nutritional infusions in Galway, introducing our proven health system to South Jersey, and I invite you to take advantage of our no-charge health evaluation and its founding doctor, specializing with over 50 years combined experience in natural healing. We recognize knowledge as the best medicine. Our mission is to educate our patients on the ability to take control.
Always stay hydrated when you're on the air, right?
Visit us at nutritionalinfusions.com or call 609-732-0101. That's 609-732-0101.
AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio welcomes you to Your Play with Q. Live from the studios at Longport Media, here is your host.
All right, hour number 2, 5 o'clock straight up. We'll drive you home. We'll take you up to 6 o'clock. Don't forget Danny Berg and Rush Hour comes up. Vzen and the gang right here on 1490 Sports Betting Radio. It's a Wednesday edition of BYP. Rich Quinones here. Always appreciate you guys keeping us locked in, back running live on the YouTube channel as well. So appreciate you guys checking us out. Yeah, the Simmons story with the Atlanta Hawks now maybe making a play for Ben Simmons is interesting, is it not? I can't recall, you think about some of these great players that have come and gone, right? And we always talk, we joke, we always talk about wasted talent, right? It was a great line from A Bronx Tale when Chaz Palermo, his character, Sonny's telling C. Colojo, nothing in this world is as sad as wasted talent. And I look at Ben Simmons, and I don't know, when it's all said and done, when you write the story on Ben Simmons, I mean, what kind of story? Is this going to be a dramatic play? Is this going to be a sad story? Is it going to be a tale of redemption? I mean, he's a 24, 25-year-old player that's a really talented player, but yet there's something here that's not there, and there's something lacking perhaps up there. I don't know. I don't know if he's ever going to step on a floor again. I don't, but to suggest that because of that, and then making the trade for Harden, and then Embiid being banged up and having some injuries, I don't believe you have to give Doc Rivers a pass. I don't. This is not hating on Doc. People thought I was a hater on Brett Brown. That's not the case. I just really didn't think Brett Brown was a good head coach. This is not an anti-Philly chant. I mean, you hear me. I've destroyed New York squads, New York teams, New York head coaches. My God, I rejoiced when McAdoo and Shermer and Judge were out. I rejoiced. I don't know what Dable's going to do. I have no idea what Dable's going to do. But Doc Rivers, to me, I just think we're looking at, it's almost like giving that guy a raise for what he's done in the past and not what he's going to do in the future or what he's doing right now at present moment. I think he gets too much of a free pass at times. And B got hurt. It happens, man. And I'm not going to say he's injury prone because in that example, it was a cheap shot, and it's unfortunate. He wasn't available. He comes back. They win 2 games. Harden plays well in the fourth quarter of game 4. You thought there was going to be that encore, or you were hoping there was going to be that encore. But the fact of the matter is this: that dog's not going to hunt anymore. That James Harden doesn't exist. That's why you hear a lot of the talking heads, even the NBA, the former NBA heads, sit there and say, look, I don't need James Harden at 36 and 15. Give me 24 and 12 and facilitate. Don't turn the ball over. You can live with that. But on a night last night where your perennial MVP candidate, Embiid, was not 100%, on a night where Harris didn't give you what he's been giving this series. And remember, people look at the bias, and what do? We look at that contract, and then we look at his stats, and we try to figure out, do the stats justify the contract? For the most part, no, but he's played really well this series. And then you look at Maxey, 2 for 10, some wild shots. He's a young player. You got nothing out of your bench, which you can blame Daryl Morey. You really never figured out the backup center role. We know that. And then ultimately, James Harden, on a night where Embiid's not himself, the trade was made for you to step up and shine. And it's just, he's not that guy anymore. We just have to accept it. We all have to accept it. He's not that guy anymore. You know, you guys want 2012, 13, 14 James Harden. Man, that dude ain't walking through the door. And I think a lot of people got suckered into thinking you were going to get an encore performance from James Harden last night. And you didn't. And now this team is sitting, trailing 3-2, going back home where you hope the crowd's going to be into it. They're going to be juiced. They're going to be electric, no doubt. It was a no-show last night. It really was. So you can talk about the missed shots, the turnovers, a banged-up Embiid, a shell of himself, James Harden, a younger player, Maxey, an inconsistent Harris, the bench, the lack of production. But ultimately, how are we not looking at the head coach? Because, and I believe this, and I said it before in the 4 o'clock hour, so everyone tuning in now, I'm going to say it again. If you already heard it, bear with me. When we criticize teams for losing in the NFL, don't we always Monday morning quarterback? And it always comes back to the same thing, the same premise, the same subject. Head coach. Head coach. Did we not do it with Doug Peterson? Did we not do it for years with Andy Reid? How do you let these guys come out and they don't even show up? Why is this offense notoriously a slow starter? Somebody explain this to me. But we're not allowed to do it in the NBA with Doc Rivers? Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not. And I'm not going to sit here and say, if you get rid of him, who are you going to replace him with? That's not what I'm suggesting. It's not what I'm suggesting. By the way, Hoskins destroyed that ball. What it looked like, it looped around the foul pole, huh? Yeah, they needed that one. DL on Twitter chimes in. Q, much needed. Hashtag ring the bell. Yeah, absolutely. You just need a little bit of juice, a little bit of life, right? Boom, 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 boom. I'm not sold on the Phillies at all. So, as far as the rest of the NBA, I do like the Celtics tonight, laying the number. Celtics are a really good balanced team. They're a good team at home. A lot of pressure is going to be on Milwaukee and Giannis now, no doubt. I'm actually going to play the under in this game, 214 juice to the over, but I'm going to play the under. I like the Celtics. I wish it wasn't a hook at 5.5, but I do like the Celtics. You know where I stand with Jason Tatum. I mean, I think this kid is a flat-out star. Now, are you going to get a turn back the clock effort from Al Horford like you got the other night? I mean, people were watching that game saying, oh, my goodness, Al Horford, career high. Where is this with the Philadelphia 76ers? Right? And he was fired up in that game, man. He played well. He played exceptionally well. That was a good win by the Boston Celtics because they got a ton of production, right? Horford gives you 30, surprise. Tatum gives you 30. Williams gave you 9. Brown gave you 18. Smart gave you 18. And White gave you 11 off the bench. We call that balanced production in the business. Whereas Milwaukee, you get 34 Giannis, and then all of a sudden in 17, 16, Lopez, Holiday, respectively, and not much from the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks. And listen, man, you want to really kind of put the defending champs backs against the wall. You beat them tonight. And this is, we talk about Durant. We talk about LeBron James. We talk about those greats in the NBA. Hey, Giannis, man, you're worth your salt, right? This is a game you got to put on your back tonight and get this series back in your favor at 3-2. And then Golden State, I do believe they close out Memphis tonight. I really do. Golden State, I don't know why people are sleeping on Golden State. That's a battle-tested, playoff-tested, championship caliber team. It seems as though they're going to be on that collision course with Phoenix. And then who knows what's going to happen in the Eastern Conference. Boston, Miami is going to be great. Milwaukee, Miami is going to be great. Milwaukee, Philly, Boston, Philly. I don't think you can go wrong with those Eastern Conference finals. I really don't. I think they're all worthy squads of advancing into the NBA finals. All right, 12 past the 5 o'clock hour. Quickie timeout. We'll come back on the other side. We'll see if we can track down Ryan Rothstein, who hosts the Philadelphia City Cast presented by Bet Rivers. And you also hear him on Sports Radio WIP in Philadelphia as well. He always joins us around 5:15 on a Wednesday edition of BYP. Keep it locked in. Quick timeout.
Have you worked up an appetite yet? Glad to tell you about Gary's Restaurant. Breakfast and lunch is all they serve. They do a great job.